I'm not too sure really. I mean, I won. Like, I definitely could have played cleaner. Like,
Hmm.
I made some silly mistakes.
Okay. By cleaner, do you mean like decisions, or do you mean like
Yeah,
execution?
yeah. Like, I think my execution's fine. I just put myself in bad situations a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. I did watch it over briefly before this,
Mhm.
and I think it's weird because it feels like you get quite a lot of openings. It's just like the punish game isn't quite there. So
Right.
then
Yeah.
it feels very skewed. Like when you need like 5 hits to kill him, and he needs like two or three.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think what I wanted to focus on today was just like maximizing those positions where you've got an advantage over Moth.
Okay.
Um, and also there was just a couple of key scenarios where like, I wanted to talk about sort of not letting him open you up as easily.
Right.
Because there was just like one or two things he was doing a lot that got him like a lot of kills during the
Hmm.
set. Um, do you feel comfortable versus Moth in general, or
Yeah. Like, I like playing against Moth. Like,
okay?
obviously, you die pretty quickly, but
Yeah,
you
um,
should be able to do the same thing back if you play it right.
yeah. I think that's good to hear because like a lot of Falcons kind of get discouraged, especially around your level. It can feel very intimidating
Mm.
playing against Moth, but yeah, okay. Um, was there any questions you had about the Moth matchup as well before we look at it, or do you just want to dive straight in?
Not yet. It's just the
Yep.
but watch the video. I don't really like remember it well.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you did send it to me like a week ago or something, so I don't expect you to
Yeah.
remember much of it. Um, yeah, okay. Let me just set up my screen share. I have been having this problem with Discord where it like drops me out every few minutes or like every 10 minutes or so. Um, and I can like come back instantly, but I have to like reshare my screen. So there's just like these annoying like dips or
Okay.
whatever. I
That's
don't
no problem.
actually know why it's happening, but yeah,
Mm.
just as a if you see me go randomly, that's what it is.
Right.
Um, can you see the
Yeah.
screen? Cool. Yeah, so I was just gonna go through. I won't watch every single bit. I'll just pause it on like the main bits I thought were
Yeah. Okay.
pretty important. Um, yeah, so right here was the first one. Um, in general, once you start a combo on Moth, you need to straight away like think about whether can I like get a true combo off of this, or is this gonna be like a juggle situation I need to play
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Um, and I feel like below, I want to say like 30, a lot of the time you're going for like one hit into a juggle, or
Right.
just not even hitting them at all and just straight away going for the juggle. Um, the thing that made it clear for me here was that you wave dash the wrong way. So have we talked about wave dashing the direction you hit the shine on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's fine that you didn't get it here, but it's just about recognizing that because you didn't wave shine the right way, that means that you can't get like a really juicy down air here, right?
right.
So you're gonna have to go for like some other move, and the best situation for you here is if you can hit him up and off stage, right? Because that's the worst position for Moth to be in.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Makes sense.
but instead you go for the shine, which I think can work, but I think it just puts him in a better position because obviously if he's over here, he can drift right, he can drift left, he can fall down to the platform.
Right.
Whereas like if you instead put him like off stage with say a back air or an up air, then
Yeah.
like he's only got this this way he can drift right, so it's easier to cover.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it. If I just hit him that way, it's pretty likely that I can just edge guard him and kill him.
Yeah, and even if you don't get anything right, you're still in center. Whereas in this
Yeah.
position, you're the one in the corner now because he
Hmm.
just DI'd in. There are times when this shine can be useful. For example, you can shine back air off of it to get percent. But I think in general, just hitting them up and away is like the general go-to whenever you don't have like a big combo you can do.
Right. Okay.
And then from there, it's just about a lot of the time turning your back and threatening back air,
Hmm.
and then to beat that, they have to start like drifting to the ledge or jumping over you, and then that's when you can throw in more, mix-ups to do with those options.
Right.
But yeah, I think the first big thing is just like whenever you get a hit that either you can't combo off because of the percent, so say you get a shine at 0, or it's a hit where you didn't execute cleanly off of it, then you want to be thinking about hitting him up and away to set up a better position for you to juggle him.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so I think this one the shine's a bit better because it wasn't as easy to hit him off, right? And if you did back air him, he'd end up like he could DI down and get to ledge before you. So I think this shine was fine. I think shine wave landing is a bit better than going for the shine down air here.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going for with this. I must have been feeling myself.
Yeah. So I was gonna say shine waveland. Like at best, it leads to like a combo off of it, and at worst, it leads to like him being all the way up here and you're down here, and can again easily shock him. Like it's always about like get the combo or get the juggle. I think this is one of the. Yeah, so Hassan does like a lot of these like approaching nairs as well, which I think he got caught by quite a few times in the set. So the reason he's usually doing this approaching nair is because like nair's quite a big hitbox, right? Like you see it beats out. I think you tried to back air. Yeah. So if they space it well, it beats out a lot of your moves. It goes over low lasers as well, which is important. And it sets you off for an edge guard, right? Or it can combo if you DI in. So that's why he's going for that. So your response should be, if he's spaced, you don't really want to try and challenge it with a move because he's just going to win, right? Because he's got a sword.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time you want to either sort of move out of the way. So for example, dashing away here and then moving him with the back air would have went out here. Or you can try and go like under him as well as another like tricky thing you can do because you can like wave dash under Moth's nair. It's kind of like and like Moths dash under your aerials.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but with Falco's wave dash. Because if you hit a good wave dash, he like ducks under during his. Yeah, exactly right. So that's another thing you can do. It's a bit riskier, but also can be higher reward because you can get like a shine or something. But yeah, just two things to keep in mind. If he's at a good spacing for his nair, then you gotta sort of like call it quits and either move away and try and hit him afterward, or you have to like change up. You have to change up the spacing in some way, basically.
Yeah. Would going to platform be a decent idea?
Yeah, I think that's good too. Like if you did like full hop or double jump waveland, I think that could be really good. The only thing you have to look out for sometimes, he couldn't have done it here, but the nair can sometimes hit you through the platform as well.
Alright, and then your stage.
Yeah, so you got to be careful by like angling your shield or light shielding.
Yeah.
But in this, it only happens when they start the nair from quite close to the platform. Like here, you see how the head hitbox is like. He's over here. Because it's this part of it that hits you when you're on the platform, so he's too far away to do that. So I think the platform is really good here. Yeah, something to look out for. Also, another thing is like, so in general in Melee, I think this is true for pretty much every case. But if somebody's moving forward with an attack, it's a lot easier to whiff punish it. Does that make like sense to you intuitively?
Yeah, because you have less distance to cover, right?
Like, yes, so you've got less distance to cover, and also their hurt box is moving forward with their hitbox.
Yeah.
Because hitboxes kind of like stay around for a few frames, whereas if he's doing like a retreating nair, that's really, really hard for you to move in on, right? Because his hitbox is out so long and he's moving backwards at the same time. So in general, these nairs by Moth are like, they're really good if the opponent doesn't know how to beat it. But if he does, then like, he can get punished quite hard for this, because one of the big strengths of Moth is like he's very low committal and hard to hit. But if he's throwing these out at you, then suddenly he's being very committal and not hard to hit.
Okay.
So just something to keep in mind. Do you know about punishing like moth attacks on shield?
I'm pretty sure I could have wave dash shine there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't, but I just thought the laser would be something not stupid to do.
Yeah. So I think. So sometimes there is merit to the laser when you know that you're late on it. Like say you reacted late or you weren't in the correct hand position to go for the wave dash. I think the laser can be good, but it should always be like your backup option instead of your main option.
Yeah.
You know. So I definitely practice an Uncle Punch practicing wave dash shining, forward smash on shield because like he's at 72 here. Wave dash shine is like maybe a kill.
Yeah, I think I did it a couple times this game as well.
Yeah. It just felt like there was a few attacks that hit your shield that you weren't confident like punishing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I really like this. So you kind of like bait him up and it's going up to hit you. And then you run under him and get the shine, which is great. But then after this, you double jump over him. And now, like, you always want to be the one closest to the floor, right? Because, obviously, Moth's hitboxes are, like, bad under him. So you want to be trying to abuse that. So I feel like, I think all of this is fine up to when you did the double jump.
Right.
Which is where I think you should have either tried to, like, fast fall through the platform. Or you could even, like, drop through laser instead of trying to run off. If you want to sort of... Because it looked like you knew the fair was coming. I don't know if that... was in your mind, and then you tried to like double jump over it to punish it. Maybe?
Yeah, that was the idea.
Okay, yeah. So the safer way to go about that is to dash dance a bit longer on the platform and then just short hop down air off.
Okay.
Because first of all, you're not wasting your double jump to go for it, so it's a lot less risky.
Yeah.
And you can also make it so that it's like a late dare on him as well, and you just have like more time to confirm what's happening. So it's just like a less risky way of getting the same result, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so I think all three of those are good. Drop through laser, run off fast fall, or dash dance and then try and down air his forward air. But like that was all great from you. It's just like you just executed it in like slightly the wrong way, I felt like.
Yeah, okay.
But you had the intention though, which is good. Nice. Okay, so we get a few hits here that I think could have translated into a bit more. This one was a bit weird because he power shielded it and then he like full hopped out of the shine. So again, this is one where I'd probably be looking to like maybe nair him and then that pushes him over here and then you can do like drop through laser and keep him in the air in like a bad position. Because you end up trading here, right? And then it doesn't go as well. So that's one thing. And then the second one, you get this nair. What do we do off of it? Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, so you shine his grab, and then I think the wave dash away. Again. I think the wave dash away was fine because you were on his shield, right? So it could have covered like a roll. Like you can't know that he's going to grab and then choose to wave dash the right way.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you do go for the wave dash back in this pressure, again you got to think about I can't really combo that well here.
Yeah.
I think you maybe could have done instead of short hop double jump down air, you could have done full hop rising down air. And then you can choose whether to hit with the strong or late hitbox. I would have probably gone for the early hitbox here.
Okay.
And then you can fast fall down to here and try and combo off of it. But if they have any sort of SDI, then a lot of the time that doesn't work. So again, this is probably one where back airing him off or up airing him is really good. Because again, like you hit this down air and then he just gets to jump and fair you, right? So it's not really that great of a situation for you unless you know it's coming. Yeah, so like I think this one's good where you up air him and then he's got no jump here, right? Because you see his little rings. So then from here, you want to be trying to get under him as much as possible, and you want to be trying to hit him out, right? Because you want to get
I
off
shouldn't have
stage.
gone up for him straight away, I think, here.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, doing some sort of run off or short hop off,
Yeah.
and then getting under him, and then even when you trade at this point, it's really good for you with like a back air because it hits him off stage and you're at 40, so you're not going to, go that far. So yeah, I think you're just trying to get above him too much in your combo game, which is
Right.
letting him get out a lot. No, it was just unfortunate. I think he took your jump. Nice. One small thing I wanted to point out, just executionally wise as well, is when you went to here, you ran off to this side and then ran over to the ledge, which made it a lot closer for getting there than it should have been. Because if you'd have fast fell quicker and double jumped and all that. So I just get in the habit of always knowing the quickest way to get to the ledge, right? So here, doing something like dash shield drop and then dash down wave dash or shine turnaround, instead of running off this way and then having to run all of this way and then, stop and turn around.
Yeah, I've been trying to get to ledge faster a lot.
Yeah. Because you see how, Hassan didn't even do, he didn't fast fall here.
No, yeah.
He could have definitely beaten you there to it. So it is, an important thing. So yeah, dash shield drop from the platform is usually the best one to get there quickly. Okay. Another cool trick you can do, which PP does a lot here, is you can do short hop off and then fast fall through this platform. And then you end up here as he's in the air, and then you get a free laser because he's stuck in the air, right? And then you've just lasered Moth out of the air, which is a pretty good situation for you.
Yeah.
It's especially useful versus the floaty characters just because they're quite slow and you outmaneuver them vertically. Versus Fox and some other characters, it's not as good. But it's still a useful thing to implement. Whereas you see out here, you I think you ran off or dropped through. Yeah, you tried to run off here and then wave land, and he's close enough to be able to hit that. Whereas if you just shot and fast fall through, then he's not in a position to hit you. Yeah, this is another one. He does a lot of run up forward smash when he's got an advantage on you as well, which I noticed. So by an advantage, I mean you're in a tech roll scenario, right?
Yeah.
So he has time to chase after you, and he doesn't have a guaranteed follow up because you're so far away. But
yeah, I kind of just feel good.
Yeah, but you're actionable now, so you have to try and make a read on is he gonna run up and hit me? Is he gonna run up and grab? Is he gonna dash down some weight? Is he gonna jump?
Yeah, I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I think you dash back, which is fine. It's just he's willing to play quite aggressive in this scenario. So it just unfortunately hits you, right? If he was more of someone that does jumps in place and tries to wall you out or dash dances, then I think this would be a fine decision. But yeah, earlier on he did that nair into the corner. This time he's done the forward smash. So and later in the set he does sort of the same things. So I'd classify him as quite a I call them YOLO moths, where they just they do run up aerials, run up forward smash. They don't care.
Right.
And so versus those ones, you want to be doing shield on wake up or down air in place or roll in can even be good as well because he's throwing out attacks where you are. But then you can roll past him and get to center. Yeah. So they're all good options. If you roll here, I think you actually get to punish him, which is really nice. But yeah, so this is something to keep in mind when you're coming out of a tech situation versus any character, to be honest. But it's quite easy to see with Marth because it's it's quite common that Marths are either the YOLO forward smash type or they're the I'm going to stay back and wait for you to spot dodge or whatever or throw yourself at me type.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that was one of the other big openings. Yeah, I felt laser heights needed a bit of work as well. Just because it looked like you were quite intimidated by him crouching, here for example. And And if you know how to like control your laser heights, this shouldn't be very threatening at all.
Yeah, I've done it like sometimes where I do like a low enough laser, they power shield it, but I can still like short hop over it.
Yeah, that's good. I think I saw you do that once or twice.
I think I tried to do it here, but I just messed up the height.
Yeah, so exactly, it should be like something you can do every time, and it's just like a natural reflex, right? Whereas it feels like you needed some like setup to get yourself to be able to do it. And also just shooting like consecutive low lasers as well. Like you can't power shield the lowest 3, so that kind of forces him to do something else. And then also there's certain ranges where if you shoot like a middle height laser, you can jump over that as well. It's usually around like here, I want to say, where my cursor is. But yeah, for now, I think concentrate on really getting consistent at like low, medium, and high, and just being able to do any combination of those, any time out of any movement. Because they're like the 3 like fundamental heights, I'd say.
Yeah.
There are some other trickier ones, but for now. Yeah, this is another one. I think we talked about
jumped into
downers. Yeah, I mean, this one was a bit weird because a lot of moths would wave dash out of shield here, or would have dashed instead of shielding. But yeah, just something to keep in mind, I guess. There's sometimes, like, if somebody doesn't wave dash and instead likes to jump out of shield, then you want to be nairing more.
Yeah. I should have grabbed ledge there, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of the time it felt like you didn't go for the ledge grab. This one was a bit weird because he could have upbeat early and hit you trying to grab the ledge. But again, it's like, if he does do that, then you're not going to die, right? You're just sent back on stage.
Yeah.
And because you're at 93, like, CCing it and then looking for something isn't really an option. One thing you can do is you can do a down air in place and then, like, drift it in. So if you down air now, or like, yeah, probably around here, and then as he does the upbeat, you see how his hitbox is out of the way now, and then you drift in, and it can sometimes catch him. It's not as consistent, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's the only thing that really works here, so you may as well go for it, and it's not that laggy either, so it's not like you're trying to down smash it and then it whiffs and you get forward head from ledge or whatever, Yeah, see, the down air worked really well here, right? This is like pretty much the exact same situation. He hits you, you're in attack, he does the YOLO forward smash, but you down air in place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think more of that would definitely work versus these types of moths. Yeah, I think it'll be a bit more effective just to go over a few examples from each game rather than, just go super hard on one.
Yeah.
On one game. I will say in general, Yoshi's play is like a bit different to other stages. Yoshi's and Fountain, just because they're a lot smaller.
It's like less lasers, right?
Yeah, it's less lasers, which means that you sort of have to scrap and fight more with Marth. So a lot more of those situations, like we were saying, come up where it's like, do I think he'll try and YOLO me, or do I think he'll try and wait back? Like, that mix-up is a lot more prevalent on this stage because you're just always, you're not in a spot where like you can just shoot a retreating laser and Moth can't do anything about it. The only time that happens is like when Moth's already cornered, so it's like not as valuable. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind, that just these stages are a bit more scrappy and more around like that sort of tech mix-up where you don't have the lasers. Yeah, one thing to get pretty good at doing, which is like kind of off meta at the moment, is doing drop through late aerials as well. So like drop through and then like late net fast fall. Or,
I was thinking every time I drop through, it's always like a high aerial.
Yeah, people are just so good at spacing around drop through aerials through the platforms now, just because of how like prevalent shield dropping's gotten. They're just ready for it. And the other advantage with the late aerial, as well as it being better on shield, is that you can always choose to double jump out because you're not committed to the aerial frames, right? So I think that's like something that people should probably do more, because a lot of the time they're like whiff punishing you with like a grab or something. So it doesn't matter that you don't have a hitbox out as you're coming down. It only matters once you get to the floor. The other thing is obviously drop through lasers as well. But so I think doing those two a bit more is just like a nice thing to do with like how people play versus Falco on the platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, this is another one. I just want to make it like quite clear, but like he just like dash dance and then nares at you.
Yeah.
He's just throwing out lots of attacks when you're like close together. So that in general, the way to beat it is either to hit him first or to move out of the way, and then like whiff punish, right? Or you've also got shielding it or crouch cancelling it. But yeah, that's just how I like to generalize. Like if somebody's playing quite swingy and aggressive, that's like the three things I'm going to be doing is hitting them first, shielding, or getting out of the way.
Okay.
Provided I have like which ones I have time for,
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be trying to laser him because I'm just going to get hit, and I wouldn't be trying to like dash dance really, or like hold my ground.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, this laser's quite a what's the word? It's like quite a common thing that people do, and it like instinctively feels good to us for some reason because we've just hit him off the stage, right? But a lot of the time, you want to actually be throwing out attacks here instead to cover, because like the laser. If we look at this from when the aerial hits. Like, what does the laser cover here, right?
Yeah, pretty much nothing.
Yeah, because if he jumps towards you, then he's going to hit you. And if he falls to ledge, the laser would miss.
Yeah.
So the only thing it really covers is if he, like, double jumps backwards, which is a very,
Questionable thing, yeah.
Yeah. So after you hit this aerial, this goes for, like, a lot of characters, to be honest, when you hit him off stage. Is like, I would be reading, is he going to go to ledge or is he going to jump at me? Because they're like the two big things. And the rest of them you can react to, so if he like fast falls down and then does some weird stuff below the stage, you can see that and then pick something else. But the immediate threat is like, is he going to double jump aerial or is he going to fall to the ledge? So I would be thinking, I could forward smash to cover him jumping at me. I could turn my back and then try and back air him. I could dash dance and then dash dance aerial. I could do a dash back laser and then hit him from there because I'm outside of his range now.
Yeah.
And if I think he'd go to the ledge, then I can do like run forward and try and run off shine him, try and steal the ledge from him. So yeah, anytime you hit someone off and it's like low percent like this, the laser just isn't really valuable at all because it doesn't cover anything.
Yeah.
It's when you get to like. I think what it is a lot of the time it's really good for spacies, right? Because you want to hit them trying to like double jump up B or side B.
Yeah, I think that's where the habit comes from.
Yeah, but because floaties don't have that, they use their like aerial drift and speed to like just get on stage anyway with their jump.
Yeah,
and they have like big hitboxes as well they can throw out. Whereas like Falco is not going to double jump forward air you that much here, whereas Moth is going to do that a lot. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Is if they're quite close to you after you've hit them, you want to be aerialing instead of lasering. Oh yeah, there were a couple times you hit him out of the air with lasers as well, like here. And you'd go for like shine or a grab. And you can actually, I don't know if we talked about this, you can combo Nair off of lasers.
Yeah. I think Nair's the best one. I don't know why I'm going for grab.
Yeah,
I should have maybe Nair here.
Yeah, it's just like the only other thing you could do here is up smash. I think, just because you need something with range and that's quick, and like Nair and up smash are like the two ones here. And Nair just leads to like Moth's at 39. Like you can get any combo you want off of a Nair. And that's like a core part of the matchup. Is like jumping should be dangerous for Moth because you have the threat of laser Nair.
Right.
And the spots where you can't laser Nair, you can like hit him falling down, or he has to double jump, and then you're in a better sharking scenario, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I tried to really practice that as well. You could set it up in 20xx, or you could just like have a Moth CPU next to you and just practice laser naring, specifically with the overlays on that tell you like how quick you're acting.
Yeah.
Because laser nair is quite a tight window.
Okay.
It's a bit more lenient versus Moth because his fair is he hasn't got like a frame 3 nair.
Yeah.
So it just give you a bit of leniency, but you still want to be quite quick on it.
Okay.
So you need to act out of the laser quick. You need to dash jump quickly, and then you also need to input the nair quite quick. So it is actually quite technical, but it like changes the matchup if you can turn these situations into like big combos for you
Yeah.
instead of like him
A whiff
jumping out
grab.
and then
Yeah.
and even again if the grab hits, it's not as good as the nair, right? So it's like both better. It's like lower risk and higher reward, which is what we want.
I think this is another place where I should have grabbed ledge.
Yeah, I think it does again. Stem back to like not grabbing the ledge in the quickest way every time.
Yeah.
The other thing again is you could do that downer I was talking about because he's like quite close to the stage.
Yeah.
And as soon as again it's about like recognizing how much time you have. So if you immediately knew that you had to grab ledge here, you could have got it with like shine turnaround, wave dash, or dash chance grab. But as soon as you realize you're too late, that's when you transition into like crouch cancel down smashing or short hopping and then daring around it. You got to be really quick with like your plan Bs, and that just comes from like knowledge and playing.
Yeah.
And also not being too stubborn to like only do one thing in a scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, because honestly, like a lot of just a tangent, like a lot of high level melee, people mess up a lot, and it's more about what their plan B is than what their plan A is. Because people play bad all the time, right? So, and that's why someone like Mango does so well, or even like Westballs. Like I wouldn't say Westballs has as flowchart a game plan as other Falcos, but he has the same results or even better sometimes. So yeah, it's just like an important concept to know. Yeah, so I think that's another one. You like Nedimov. One thing I said to, I think it was Rich P, I'm not 100% sure. Anytime you like hit someone, you want to always be moving towards them to have the best chance of following up, right?
Yeah.
So what I always do after a hit is I wave dash towards them because that's the fastest way of moving as Falco. And it also gives you time to like see what's happening because you're stuck in the wave dash for 10 frames, so you can't do anything. So you may as well like be looking at them and seeing and thinking about like what's my next play here. So for example, off of the Nair, where is it? I think it's around here. It was unfortunate that he ended up shielding after it. But like I would be wave dashing towards him, see how far he got knocked away, and be like, so he's close enough to jump to ledge, which means it's a mix-up first of all. I can't just like Moth Killer or something. And then I'd be thinking, is he going to double jump aerial or is he going to double jump to ledge? Is he going to go low? And then I'd be thinking, right, do I want to grab ledge? Do I want to stay on stage? All those things are like, obviously I've thought about them before, so they're quite intuitive to me. But that's the sort of stuff you're picking up on as you're wave dashing towards them.
Okay.
Did you have something you wanted to say? Sorry.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
It's fine, don't worry. But yeah, so like as soon as the net hits, I'm just like, he's this far away. If he was closer, then I'd be like maybe trying to combo after I do the wave dash, right?
Yeah.
And again, like I said, the wave dash moves you the fastest possible, so it also makes confirming off of hits easier as well.
Right.
So yeah, it's just like a good habit to get you into. And the final thing about it as well is that like, if you do dash wave dash here, you end up around here, which makes it very easy to turn around and then wave dash to ledge.
Yeah.
So it's just like a good setup into a lot of things because the wave dash, you're in neutral after it ends, right? Like literally neutral character state. so you can do anything off of it. Whereas if you like run towards them, you're forced to like running shine or something like that to turn around. So yeah, it just has like a whole host of benefits.
Right.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, you do the shine wave then. Yes, this is another one where I'd be going for back air. So the main reason for it is because you don't have space to dash and then jump down air, right? Because you're on the edge of the platform.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a bit harder to get this. Like you can't get a down air combo off of it just because Moth's. Like some other characters, you could do dash dance and then full hop down air, right? Like say Spaceys or Falcon. But because Moth's so floaty, same with like Peach and other characters, if you don't get like the perfect execution for it and the perfect like setup, you're not getting a combo a lot of the time. Right. Or like a big combo. Because you see how like with this one, the wave land wasn't especially clean, and then also where you landed with it. Say you wave landed to the left, and then you could dash jump right.
Right. Okay.
And then that would be an easy way to follow up. But yeah, again, like you should see that you messed up the combo here, and then be looking for back air instead, because that pushes him out. Right. And then he's at 50, and you get a few more back airs, and it's done. This is actually something I talked about in the last lesson with, I think it was from Antari, about like when you do your lasers to hit people in the air, you always want to do them so that you won't end up above them. So you see how like with these ones, you end up above him here,
right?
Which lets him fast fall under you and then get to the ground first.
Okay.
Yeah, again, going back to like what we were saying before, you always want to be below your opponent because it's just a better position for you, right? Because people's hitboxes in general are better above them than below them, especially Moth. So I think here, for example, a good one would be to do like, you could do like run off double jump lasers, and then that gets you lower, or you could dash dance for a bit and then do short hop off lasers, or you could just not shoot the lasers at all, fall to the ground, and then play from there. But yeah, you just gotta be really careful because like he could fast fall to the ground and get the ground first, or he can like take the lasers and then fair you. It can go wrong is like the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Yeah, it's really tempting to do as well because we've all seen like Shiz do it or whatever, but it can go wrong a lot more than the 2 times it works for Shiz. Yeah, I think a lot of the time when you're in shield as well, it feels like you're quite slow to move. And I don't know if it's because like, so when you shield it should be a read, right? That they're gonna hit you in some way rather than like I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna shield. And I think if you're in that second camp, what happens is you end up hesitating a lot more because you don't know what's gonna happen. Whereas, like, if you do it on a read that they're going to hit you, there's only 2 results. They hit you and you punish, or they don't hit you and then you're in a different scenario, right?
Right.
So I think more about, like, what attacks am I trying to shield? Like, what am I trying to cover with this? Those are both 2, like, kind of weird ones because he sort of whiffed in front of your face, which made it a bit hard to react, but... It happened like earlier, right, with the forward smash that hit your shield and you weren't really ready. So just something I thought I'd bring up. Here, the best thing to do usually is to turn your back, and then you can back air, right?
Yeah, watching it back, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so you can back air these, and then you can up air if they roll in as well. The other thing you can do is you can dash jump shine as well, and then that's a mix up on the back air, right?
Yeah. I think it's because I like getting the up air this way because it like puts them off stage and you go there and it kills.
Yeah, if they DI for that. The other thing you can do if you end up in this spot for whatever reason, you can forward air this as well. Okay. On most stages. Yeah, I mean the up air is still fine because it puts him off stage here.
Mhm.
But again, this is one where it's kind of weird because of the fair hit the Shy Guy. But again, you should have time to go to the ledge.
Yeah, definitely.
It is kind of scary because of the slope on Yoshi's and you need a decent wave dash. But
Yeah.
you know, you can't get the kills otherwise if you don't make these sort of
Mhm.
movements. And you could even do like short hop backwards if you wanted to. The thing with the crouch as well, because you're at 0, you can't like crouch cancel Martha B. I don't know if you knew
Okay,
about
how
that.
does that work?
Okay, so do you know about Sakurai angle moves?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happens with Martha B. So until a certain percent, you can't crouch cancel it.
Right.
It's the same with like spacey, like a lot of nairs.
Around what percent is that? Do you know?
I think you can start crouch canceling it from like 20 or so.
Okay.
But what you can do, you can't crouch cancel it, but you can ASDI down.
Right.
So if you, the famous one that KGH showed off a while ago is you can taunt here, and then hold down during it and down smash, which is pretty sick. But the more efficient way to do it is to just spam down smash basically, because you can
Right.
cover more timings rather than the taunt, which is like if they, space their up B better and don't hit you, then it,
Right.
it works out worse than just down smash. It's like you down smash to cover one timing, and if the up B hits you, then you just ASDI down smash again.
Okay.
There is well, I know I've done it in tournament before somewhere, but I don't know where the clip would be of it. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind when you're at super low percent. You had the right idea on this forward air as well of down smashing it. The thing you need to do though is you need to walk forward out of it.
Could I have like I sometimes do the like down angled forward tilt?
Yeah, I think that's good here. It's just the down smash just gets like a guaranteed kill, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so the best way to go about this is as you're holding down a ledge, you hold down and forward. And then what that does is, this is actually useful versus a lot of characters when you're CCing, is it buffers a walk out of your crouch cancel.
Right. And then you can down
So then,
smash.
yeah, and then you're close enough to down smash, right? Because you were like,
Okay.
pixels away from killing him here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also useful versus like Sheik when she tries to aerial you, right? And you need that little extra bit of range. Or like Fox when he nairs you. Sometimes it can just be the difference between like you getting the CC shine and you not.
Yeah.
So it's always something to keep in mind if you're trying to CC shine something or CC punish something. Always hold down and forward.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's unfortunate. You got hit off your double jump. But again, he's
Yeah.
like doing this. I'm going to play super aggressive, right? Like
Mhm.
you whiffed an aerial, so you're at a frame disadvantage now. So you're the one that's like in the disadvantage spot, and then he just like does this weird YOLO nair at you. So again, going to the platform, dash dancing, wave dashing
Yeah.
through him. Like the wave dash would have worked amazing here because he was facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
So you'd have just
And straight under.
yeah, gone straight under and shined him. Yeah, you turned your back this time, which is good.
That's still slow.
Yeah, and you can also short hop back air on Yoshi's as well.
Right.
Because it hits the platform, which is quicker than full hop bearing, or like it hits them. It's just easier a lot of the time than the full hop.
Okay.
But, I'm not sure if it's quicker, but. And it's also less committal if you miss, right? Because you're still beneath them.
Yeah. I should have rolled.
Yeah, I think the other thing here was you didn't refresh as well, which made it kind of tricky.
Yeah.
So if you'd have grabbed ledge a bit earlier and then refreshed, it just gives you... you can like press forward at the very last second, right?
Mhm.
And you're not... Because like at this point you're kind of forced to get off the ledge because you haven't got any invincibility.
Yeah.
So if he up Bs you, then it's going to push you off. Or he could even fair you sometimes. But yeah, so refreshing is really important as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that one you could have hit him, you just like slightly messed up.
Yeah.
This is a big one to look out for versus Moth as well. Is these like side Bs?
You can hit them after them, right?
Yeah, you can just react to the side B happening.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time here, so if they're close, I don't really want to refresh, right? Because they could hit me or steal the ledge.
Yeah.
So what I'll do here is I'll stay on ledge until my invincibility's out. If at any point I see them side B, then I drop back from the ledge and then double jump back at them, and he's dead here.
Yeah.
Or if he's low down, then I can drop down shine, right? And then back at him. And then if that doesn't happen and my invincibility runs out, I do the regular get up. And then from there, I can try and CC down smash. I can try and jump back to the ledge. I can try and run off shine if I think he's going to try and jump to the ledge. Like I've got a lot of options from there.
Yeah.
So that's just a nice way to get around, like not having the ledge invincibility. You can also do get up attack sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But yeah, because like once you're this close, so I think you got it the wrong way around, right? Where you like shine stall when you didn't need to and shine stall when you did need to, or refresh or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, the general rule is just like when they're close enough like this, you don't want to stall.
Okay.
Another thing I do to make it easier to get to ledge here as well is if I'm close enough, I'll just roll to the ledge. And it also lets me set up a moth killer, right? If I again, because I'm like reacting during the roll and seeing, is he far enough away that I can just moth killer, or is he close enough that I need to make a read on like how he's going to recover, and then from there I grab the ledge or throw out an aerial or something. So it's all about giving yourself like space to react and like doing movements that give you multiple options,
Yeah, okay.
Because yeah, it does still feel a lot of the time like you're quite shaky getting to the ledge. Especially versus Moth, it's like, ledge is already scary enough versus him. You don't need like the added thing of, I might mess up getting to the ledge and then get reversaled. Doing this like platform stuff's a bit scarier on Yoshi's just because his full hop covers the top platform, right? So what it might be worth considering is playing more on the ground between stops. But then on Dreamland and Battlefield, playing the platforms is amazing, like you were doing in the first game.
Right.
A lot of the time versus Moth as well, I go for dare grab at low percent. Same versus any floaties, really.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Did we talk about this in the Peach lesson or not?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
I think you mentioned it once.
Yeah, the TLDR of it is just like, because he's at 0, like dare shine just leads to like one aerial and then a juggle, and dare up throw leads to one aerial and a juggle. So it's like it's an easier combo that's more consistent and has like pretty much the same reward.
Okay.
Because this could have been a grab for him if he knew what the shine wasn't going to hit. So yeah, just a good habit to get into. Nice. Yeah, so this is one way you ASTI down on it. So at this percent you don't need to. You can just hold down and then CC down smash whenever it happens. Like you just react to the up B hitting you. But if you were going to do it, then again you can hold down forward doing this and you wouldn't be pushed as far. And then you could down smash him here because he doesn't... he did an alright up B. Yeah, you see again, he's just like YOLO naring at you.
Yeah.
So a good example here would be you could just like dash full hop, or you could throw out an aerial to hit him, or you could move down and then you're under him. Yeah, this is another one. Again, you like messed up the shine, right? Because you got stuck in it. So then you should be thinking back air him into a juggle.
Yeah.
Instead of a combo. This is fine. I love just going for dare up tilt on Moth, honestly.
So like short hop do here.
So So once you hit this dare, I mean, this one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if you do turn around up tilt here, it covers 3 out of 4 options, right?
Yeah.
Because it covers miss tech, tech in place, and tech roll left.
Probably still be able to soft cover the other option as well.
Yeah, so it's like you don't get a true combo, but you get like one of those advantage states, like I was saying that Marth gets before. So it's still decent for you. But yeah, if the up tilt hits, you just get like another down air into another one of these situations, and like it's a 50-50 of you getting like 30% more and maybe a kill each time. Like imagine if Moth was at like 70 here, if you hit this up tilt, then you kill him off the top. Like it's just an amazing follow up to go for, and it avoids any of the BS with like Shine staling and then them getting spooky stun. Or you know, you might go for some coverage that doesn't cover as many options. I think just keeping it simple with up tilt, and then you can just occasionally read them rolling the other way with like forward smash, and they're usually DIing away as well, so they can die at super early percents. Or you can do like, I think you might try to here, but like you can run off Shine and then Waveland back on.
Like pushes them off even if they shield, right?
Yeah. So going for that sometimes can be good, but a lot of the time I think just going for the up tilt in one of the directions, especially because you landed in the center of the platform. I think a lot of the time the up tilt can cover both, like depending on which way you turn and do it. So yeah, it's just really powerful, and it's really easy. It's like consistent to execute, has high reward, and covers a lot of options. Like I think that's a pretty good combo route.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, just something to think about with that. And again, I think the best way to practice that is just like practice getting a Shine at like 50 on Moth anywhere on the stage, and just practice down airing them, and then you want to like have a plan for where you're going to land as well and where they're going to land, and then how up tilt can cover those tech options. But again, like Uncle Punch and 20XX, you are just your best friend for practicing that. Yeah, see, there's another one, like he just down tilts you and then run up forward smashes. And you're just there dash dancing. Shy Guy's fucked him up. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, I think I posted this on the Patreon. I've got a document of like all of the runoff fair ranges.
Right.
Because there's a difference between if he does run off fast fall and run off no fast fall.
Yeah.
And you need to space differently to cover both of them. So you actually want to be a little bit further back here because the Shy Guy actually saved your ass.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah. So definitely like try and internalize that spacing. It's just in the doc. I can put it in like the notes at the end or whatever. Yeah. This is one where sometimes Naring can be better than the downer. This also happens at like 30 sometimes, where like it's basically because you have a lot of upwards. They have a lot of upwards momentum from the Shine. The down air just doesn't send them as far as it usually does.
Right.
Which is what you might have heard of it as knockback stacking. But yeah, so in those instances, naring them off here is better because it sends them like up and away, and again you want them up and above you. Whereas when this down air hits, he just gets to jump to the ledge for free, right?
Yeah.
You can try and like make a call out on them here and do like run off fast fall Shine or run off double jump down air, but again that's like taking a big risk, right?
Yeah.
And it is something you can do because Moths kind of double jump for free here a lot of the time. Like they don't think about it. But you want to try and avoid that situation in the first place, right?
Right.
It's just unfortunate.
God damn it.
Yeah, so this is another one. You hit the down air. And then again, just like getting to ledge.
Yeah, I could have just turned around and grabbed ledge.
Yeah. I think, the best way to practice is just to practice like aerialing into the corner and then grabbing ledge as fast as possible. Aerialing onto the platform, grabbing ledge. Lasering through the platforms and then grabbing the ledge, you know? All those kinds of like common situations that come up where you're going to have to grab ledge quickly after it. Forward throwing and then grabbing the ledge. I think that they want down smashing and then grabbing the ledge as well. Like, you know, and you sometimes you CC down smash Moth, for example, and then you have to get there really quick before you can up B. So yeah, just practicing line movement out of all of those. But yeah, I do feel like, you know, you're getting your fair share of openings, and I'd say you're probably winning neutral versus him. It's just, you know, we saw a lot of those where like you get off stage and then you can't kill him, or you get a combo and he only takes like 30 and then he reversals into his own combo. So that's why I haven't really focused too much on like when you've gotten hit in neutral or whatever, other than those that like narrowing forward smash scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, down airing through the platform. He just comes into you. If he does do this, like jump up to the platform, you can just down air on the platform, like short hop down air, and it'll hit his head, and it doesn't lead to a combo for you.
Which is free damage.
Yeah, it's just free damage, and like that's what you want at this percent, right? Is you want to build up into a better position. Again, or you can just do like you know, run off the platform, fast fall through, and then you're under him. It's an incredibly good option that like is just kind of lost its way in the meta because everybody presumably watches all of the Ginger analysis, and he's always like, well, Mango does these like short up through down air or shield drop lasers or all of these like super aggressive risky options. So now everybody goes to them, and then they forget about like, you know, the stuff PP does with like short up off fast fall through or short up off lasers like retreating. It's good to mix in all of them, like depending on, you know, the percent, the matchup.
Right. Kind of a dumb approach.
Yeah, again, he hits you and then he dash attacks here, right? He's just like forward, attack. And yeah, you just, you know, got to do the things I was saying before, like shield, move out of the way, or hit him first.
Yep. So he lasers.
Yeah. Can you ledge dash with Falco or?
Yeah, my ledge dash is pretty good recently, but I didn't do them in the set enough.
Yeah. The best ways to deal with the down tilt are either to do ledge dash down air, because ledge dash nair a lot of the time goes over his crouch animation.
Yeah.
Or you can do ledge dash grab or jump shine if you have good ones, like if you have enough Galley. If you don't, then you can shield it and then punish the down tilt out of shield, which is kind of a read because he has some mix-ups. Or you can do like ledge dash and then roll through him or something. The other one you can do, which is a bit of an execution test, is side B, because he has to shield the side B on reaction, but you're playing against Hassan, so he is not going to shield on reaction. But yeah, just something to keep in mind as well.
Take it.
Yeah. One thing I will say actually is that you've been doing like a lot of higher aerials into the corner as well. And I feel like a lot of the time you want to do late aerials, unless it's like specifically you're doing the aerial to cover either him moving forward, which would be like a downer, or him jumping, which like high-ish nairs can be good to beat. But other than that, you want to be doing like late aerials into the corner a lot of the time. Just because like they're the safest versus shield, and it's easier to combo off of them because they're hitting later, right?
Right.
So yeah, just something to keep in mind, because I've seen quite a few like high aerials into the corner, which he hasn't really punished, but versus other moths could end up going badly. This is like kind of another one that a lot of people do nowadays with like pretty much every character, is they just like, it feels like people's only option out of shield now on the platform is shield drop. And it's like a very high risk, high reward thing, because like you could get the shine here or you could get hit and then die, right? So something that could be a lot safer is to just shield this and then full hop, right? Because he can't really hit you. You know, you don't get to try and reversal him, but at the same time he's not killing you. You can also do like wave dash off, but again, that's another way of like playing it quite aggressively. I think full hopping in this spot is really good, especially versus floaties, just because they're so slow. With like Fox, Falcon, Falco, it's a bit different, because they can move like higher, faster. But yeah, versus floaties is usually a good shout. And it's also easier than shield dropping, so it's like a bit more consistent as well. Yes, this is another one. The net hits you, and it looks like you didn't know how to punish it. So with this one, you actually like this is like a weird thing moths do, where they sort of like overshoot the aerial past you, and a lot of the time, you want to do a wave dash out of shield, either towards them to play aggressive or away from them to play defensive. Oh. Okay, no problem.
Hello? Okay, sorry about that.
No problem, no problem. Where did it cut out?
Probably like 10 seconds before in the video.
Okay. So we just talked about the full hop stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I was just saying the Nair here. You wanted to. You can either short hop out and back air him. Can be good. He has a 0, so it's not as ideal. Or you can wave dash in either direction, either towards him to play it like aggressively with like wave dash shine, or away from him to play it like quite defensively instead.
Yeah.
Because moths do this like weird cross up aerial that you can't grab or shine, so you have to kind of like move instead.
Right.
Yeah, you do it that, which is good. You just kind of messed up a bit of the execution after. This is the one where was it meant to be up tilt? Or...
I don't know what I was thinking, but it should have been.
Yeah, I was gonna say some sort of up tilt or aerial here is probably best.
Yeah.
You can also you can wave dash so you can get under the platform and stay low, and then you can up tilt him, which is really nice as well. Nice. Yes, this is another one where I think getting ledge. Yeah. So again, like try full hop down airing and then shine turn around waveland to ledge. What happened with this one?
I try to like do the axe shield drop thing there, but I ran off.
Yeah. This is another one where again I think it's just better to either back air them or shine waveland, just because you want to hit them more up rather than down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this one you went for grab instead of what's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, anytime you have to move forward for the grab, it's not true. It might have been here because he took the lasers, but he was also kind of far away. But in general, if you have to because you have to dash here and then try and grab.
Yeah.
That it usually means that they could have done something like roll or spot dodge or throw out an attack.
Damn, I really didn't ledge dash at all. So.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're only like double lasering, it's just kind of free for him to just down tilt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see how the roll in works here as well? Like you got hit. Or like you whiffed and then he tried to play super aggressive and you just rolled through him and now he's in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, another laser nair opportunity. Ooh. Yeah, this is one where light shielding is really important whenever you're on the platform. Nice. Yeah. This is one where if you think Moth's going to try and like move forward out of the corner, then just backflip back airing is really good here.
Right.
Because it just hits him moving forward, or like if he tries to do the dash forward nair we talked about before as well.
Yeah.
The bear's kind of risky when like they just dash dance in the corner or whatever and then wait for you to whiff.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they space their attack so that they're not like moving forward.
Yeah.
But like we said, Hassan plays quite like move forward all the time. You like hold forward on the stick or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like those walling late bears are like really good versus his style. Cool. Yeah, I think that gives you enough to work on, to be honest. Yeah, we've got some stuff you can practice on your own, like the grabbing ledge stuff, the combo game on Moth, like the platform tech chases, and also like off of low percent going for like bears and nairs and up airs and shine wavelands instead of the down airs.
Right.
I think one of the main ones. Knowing when you can get a big combo and when you have to settle for a juggle instead was really important. Always trying to keep him like above and off stage rather than hitting him like down or towards center.
Right.
What are the other things? Ledge stalling to make edge guards easier, but only do them when they're quite far away.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Laser heights, get them cleaner.
Yeah. So practice the low, middle, and high ones.
Yeah.
Try and do them in like different combinations out of different actions. So like dashing, like in place, approaching, and like half approaching and retreating ones, and all that good stuff.
Been doing a lot of since this set, I've been trying a lot of the low laser, high laser. You said it was really good against Peach. I find it just really useful against like everyone, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just like more pronounced with Peach because she tries to jump every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good versus a lot of characters, like you say. Is there any other big things? Just in general, like positioning yourself under the opponent more.
Okay.
Whenever you hit them, and also whenever you hit them, like moving towards them as well. With like dash, wave dash. Wave dash out of shield punishes as well. Wave dash shine. You want to just get really clean at wave dashing out of shield, honestly. It's just so useful to be able to do. Not always shield dropping when you get held on the platform as well. Sometimes like full hopping or wave dashing off.
Yeah.
Or even aerialing like on the platform.
Yeah.
And then the final thing I think would be that spot where like he had like an advantage over you, like say you just gotta have a tech or he's just hit you with something. If they play it quite aggressive, try and either throw out your move first, like you did with the down air.
Or shield.
Yeah, or shield and then punish out of shield, or
roll.
Roll was good, or just like move out of the way in some way. So like wave dash away or full hop waveland, like you suggested. Yeah, I think that's good. It gives us a balance of like some punish game stuff, some solo practice stuff, and some like neutral game stuff.
Yeah, all sounds good.
Alright, sick.
Alright, cheers, man.
Yep, see you in a bit, dude.
See ya.